Yo guys, before we get started with this video, I just want to thank everyone that's been recently subscribing and liking my videos. It really means a lot because I really enjoy making this content. I also want to say, if you guys have any feedback or anything you guys would like to see that I'm not showing, please let me know. I'll make sure to try my best. I'm still figuring out the editing. Plus I got a new mic, so hopefully it sounds a little better. Alright, so we're working on the Porsche again today. Let's go ahead. What are we doing? So Porsche, for some reason, in this model, decided to put this nasty ass orange side marker here instead of the clear side marker that they use on, you know, their GT3s and their other high-end models. So we're going to go ahead and change this out. I'm going to be starting a. So you guys know I don't know anything really about cars, about mechanic and how to actually work on cars, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna start a new system where I rate how hard the job is. 1 being placing a sticker on your car and removing it, to 5 being changing out an engine. So for this job, I give it a 2 out of 5. It's doable. Most people will be able to do it, no problem. So the supplies you'll need for this side marker change. First is your Porsche OEM lights. Yeah, I don't know why there's a wine bottle on there. Random, but sure. And then a flathead screwdriver. That's all you'll need to perform this modification. So let's move on to the modification. Alright, so first things first, guys, we gotta remove this side marker. So this thing is pretty stuck on there, you know? It's not that hard. I can just rip it out. What you don't want to do is just pull this way. You don't want to pull straight out this way. So what you're going to do in order to get this loose, it wants to come out in a certain motion. So you're going to want to pull back on it, get your fingers on this outside, pull back on it, and it's going to pop a little bit on this side, and then pop on this side. On the top of the screen, I'm going to overlay exactly the motion that I'm doing as I'm popping it out, because you don't want to just yank this back out. That's what you don't want. You want to avoid yanking it straight back, because there's a clip on this inside. As you can see right here, this clip right here, if you yank it straight out, you're just gonna bend this and break it. And when you're working on these kind of cars, if you ever want to try and like sell it and put it back to stock, you want to try to keep the parts that are original to it. So I want to not damage anything. As you can see, I overlaid the top motion of how it should go. So let's go to the second part of it. So here's the light, guys. It's basically just gonna slot in like the old one did. Right? It's not that bad. That the hard part of this, guys, is actually getting this little section off. The hardest part was getting this off for me. This right here, it's hard to show. This little clip, this little metal section right here, is kind of clipping this in, this little part. It's keeping it locked in. So what I do is I use my flathead screwdriver to get in here and unpry this this metal part a little bit, kind of lift off of the plastic. So I removed this little clip that overlays on top of here. I removed it and I put it just on the side, and then you should be able to just grab the light. At this point, once you remove that clip, then it just comes off. So then what I do is I put this clip back on here. You can hear it snap. You guys heard that snap, right? And then you grab your light, your new light, and right where they line up, very easy, guys. They just line up right. It should be an easy lineup for them, just like this. Just right where they line up, just like that, guys. You just clip it back in, push it back in, and then let me pan out, guys, so you guys can see better. You go in the same way you came out. So you put it back in the back part, then you slide from so first, you know, we came out this way, so I'm gonna push this back part in first a little bit, just kind of get it set in. Then I'm gonna push the front in and set it back in, and it just clips in just like that, guys. And that's the installation. Like I said, 2 out of 5 stars, not the hardest thing. to do in the world, but it looks clean. Looks much cleaner than the orange one. Let's pan out a little bit so you guys can see a little better. There you go. I'll show you the other side. There you go, guys. If I'm able to do this, anyone can do this. That drawing, come back to it.